hello. Welcome to the Ani Marie YouTube channel. Thank you guys for coming back. I love you. I hope you're feeling fantastic and wonderful. We're going to get straight into this topic of motivation. Today we're talking about let go. Let go. I know. It's such a hard thing to deal with. It's such a hard thing to address and face. But we're gonna get it. We're gonna go right into it. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Yes. So I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like, and I'd love you to share. And thank you for being so amazing. Thank you for being so amazing. I love you all. Be awesome, amazing, and wonderful. And please, I hope that you enjoyed this. So stay tuned, and I'll check you after the video. Yogi. Okay, so we're talking about letting go. That's the topic today. Let go. When we say let go, we gotta speak about what are we letting go? Okay, so we talk about letting go. When we let go, we talk about friends, blood is thicker than water. When I talk about blood is thicker than water, that's not real. Because I have friends that would do more for me than my family. So one of you asked, is it harder? And I think it was Dre. Asked, is it harder to let go of family? Does it make it harder? Some family isn't real. Some friends aren't real. Some things, it doesn't matter about a title. That's what I'm trying to say. Organic, hey love. New Sporter, thank you, Bright Eyes. Armani, hey love. Bright Eyes, thank you, love. So what I'm saying, we can't listen to blood is thicker than water because I have friends that will stop a bullet for me and family that won't. Then I have family members that will stop a bullet for me and friends that won't. So who is it harder to let go of, family or friends? It really has to do with love. It's hard for us to let go of some things because we love them too much. Do you see? We even love them so much so to the point that we love them more than we love ourselves. And that part is deep, and that is why it's hard for us to let go. We would rather drag the baggage. We would rather exhaust ourselves. We would rather lose all we have to drag the dead weight because we love them so much. Where did all this hurt come from? Where did all this pain come from? The hurt and the pain came from us loving people. We have so much pain and we're so hurt from what they did because we love them so hard. And they hurt us. You see that? Because we gave everything we was and it wasn't enough for you to love me that right way, to love me enough to be loyal to me, to love me enough to care for me, to love me enough to be real with me, right? J Love, I love you, beautiful. Thank you, love. Thank you for gracing us with your gorgeousness. The red carpet is rolled out for you, queen. Yes. Oh, man. I mean, okay. If y'all don't believe me, just click the picture. I mean, just click the profile picture. We ain't got to get so deep. Just check it out. No. Cashier, I love you, queen. Thank you. Grand rising to you, love. So we talking about letting go. And they asking you if is it harder for family and friends? It's harder when you love. Whoever you love more, it's harder. It could be a spouse, it could be a partner, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be anybody, it could be a boss, it could be a coworker. Whoever you love the most, it's going to be harder for you. I'll be right back. Okay, Jay. Whoever you love the most, it's going to be harder for you to let go. Because if I gotta let go of something I put so much effort in and I tried so hard within a relationship that I built for years and a relationship that I wanted to work and all these things, if I let go, all that stuff that I did was in vain, and all that love and everything when I gave of self, it won't mean nothing. So I gotta make this work. And we want to make this thing work so bad. Hey, Dimples. Hi, Phoenix. Hey, Rays. Hey, Love. Hey, Sims. Mr. Sims. Hey, Love. We want it to work so bad that we even sacrifice ourselves in it. We'll give everything we got. We'll do anything that it takes to make it work. Even when it's not working, even if it says that it will never work, we still do everything that it takes. So I'm talking about letting go. I'm talking about letting go. But what are we letting go of? Right? We have to be able to move forward. And when we move forward, we cannot move forward without addressing the old thing. We can't move into the new without addressing the old things that are holding us back. The things that are not letting us move forward, the things that we keep looking back to, the things that we keep dragging, the dead weight that we keep pulling. And the dead weight could be people that just ain't giving you the same thing that you're giving them. That could be dead weight. I'm not just talking about the people that do nothing for you. I'm talking about the people that do just enough to hold on to you. Those people can be more dangerous than people that do nothing for you, that you're dragging along. The ones that do just enough to keep the relationship. You need to let go of that thing. Thank you, beautiful. Because I'm worth more than that. I'm not worth just enough. Do you see how that works? I'm not worth just enough. No, I want a family relationship. If you are my sister, a family relationship, or if you are my brother, if you are my father, I want you to treat me as such. I don't want you to do just enough what you should do for your daughter. I don't want you to do just enough what you should do for your sister. I want you to do just enough what you do for my brother. If you are my friend, I don't want you to do just enough to be my friend. I need you to be giving out as much as I'm giving out in all my relationships. If you are my spouse, I don't want you to do just enough. Do you see? I don't want you to do just enough. It means more. There's more to me than just enough. There's greater, there's higher expectations. You got to see me as my better self. So you're not just going to give me just enough. You're going to give me more because you want me to get there. You see me there. You're pushing me there. You're pulling me there. We're talking about letting go. I need to let go of the bad habits. I need to let go of the bad relationships. I need to let go of the bad thoughts because it's outweighing every effort that I'm putting in. It's outweighing all my positivity. Hey, Queen Palace. It's outweighing everything that I'm trying to push towards. It's overpowering my energy. It's not allowing to get where I need to go. No matter how fast I run, the heavier weight is put on me. I'm not going anywhere. And what we try to do, and what I say what we try to do is because I've been there. What we try to do is not address the old, not address the bad habits, not address the bad relationships. Hey, Ross, the boss. Hey, love. Letting go of anything toxic. Right, Dre? We try to not address the bad things, the bad habits, the bad relationships, the bad thoughts, and we still try to move forward. We feel like we're strong enough to be able to still go where we need to go, to be able to still move forward, to be able to still walk in something new, having all these things attached to us just because we don't want to address it. We have all this baggage on us and we're running in place on 1,000 and we're wondering why we're not getting anywhere. And we're not getting anywhere because we think we're strong enough to keep the bad habits. We think we're strong enough. We're running in place and we think we're strong enough to keep the bad habits. We think we're strong enough to keep the toxic relationships or the bad relationships. We think we're strong enough to keep our bad thoughts and move forward, but it doesn't work. We wonder why we're so worn out. We're wondering why we're so depleted. We're wondering why we feel like we're running on 1,000, but we're not going anywhere. It's because we believe that we can keep these things as we move forward. But in order to step into the new, we got to start releasing some of the old things. We got to start releasing and disconnecting from the things that aren't helping us, removing us from the things that aren't helping us, detaching ourselves from the dead weight. Hi, Dragon Daddy. Hey, love. Thank you, love. Yes. We got to do it. When we detach ourselves from these things, things become lighter. Now when we're running, we're moving, we're going somewhere. It's because all of this dead weight that we're carrying, that we're choosing to ignore, all that dead weight. And the reason why we want to keep all these bad habits. We want to keep these traits. We want to keep these bad relationships. We want to keep these bad thoughts because we feel like we're strong enough. And when we feel like we're strong enough, we're moving forward, but we're not going anywhere. Why do we want to keep them? Why not just let go? Because then we got to address the pain. We don't want to come to a place to have to remove those things, because when I remove those things, it's going to cost me something, right? I gotta give something in order to let go. I gotta give something. I gotta do something in order to let go. There's something in me. I gotta address some situations. I gotta address the hard things. It's gonna be a challenge for me to let these things go. I'm gonna have to take some effort on the inside to do it. I'm gonna have to go somewhere. I'm gonna have to get somewhere. I'm gonna get some energy, some strength about myself in order to remove these things. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with the pain that comes with it. I don't want to deal with the energy that comes with it. I don't want to have to address these things because it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's not gonna be real enough for me. Oh, thank you, love. Yes. Why do we carry it? Because we feel like we're strong enough. Because we want to be strong enough. Because we don't want to address the pain. We want to be strong enough because it's harder for us to let go of that thing than to carry it. It's harder for us to let go of the very thing that is holding us back than to carry it. We would rather struggle in carrying it, struggling in trying to be a new person with all our old baggage. We'd rather struggle that way than struggle through pain. Then struggle through loneliness, then struggle through feeling all alone. We'd rather deal with the struggle of trying to get to our greater selves than to we'd rather deal with the struggle of trying to get to our greater selves than us actually having to face the pain that would have to happen and have to come in order for us to let go. Hi, D-Money. Hey, love. Hi, love. Thank you, King. Because when we carry these things, it outweighs the effort that we're putting in to be productive. It outweighs the effort that we're putting in to love for self. It outweighs the effort we're putting in to get to our destiny. It outweighs the effort we're putting in to make sure these promises come to pass. It outweighs our purpose. Because we're carrying too much. We're carrying things that we're not supposed to be attached to. We're carrying things that we don't want to address. We're carrying that hard thing that we don't want to deal with. No matter how fast or how hard you work, you will not move forward. Candy, I feel like in this life that I'm dealing with, I feel like everything I do is I'm not going anywhere. I feel like I'm running on 1,000 and my life is staying the same. I feel like every single effort that I put in, and every time I try to do this right, something happens. And I try to do that right and something happens. Hey, Bella, and I try to move forward and then I feel like I'm taking 10 steps back, and I do 2 steps forward and 10 steps back, and I 4 steps forward and 16 steps back. I don't know what's going on. It feels like my life is stagnant right now, but I'm doing everything possible to try to move forward. I'm doing everything possible to get myself in a position to receive what the Most High has for me. I feel like it, but nothing is happening. Nicey, yes. Nothing is happening because you haven't let go. You haven't let go. There's more to it. You gotta let go of the very thing that is holding you back. You gotta let go of the thing, those bad thoughts. You gotta let go of always predicting failure in your life. You gotta let go of those living in those negative emotions. You gotta let go of that bad attitude. You gotta let go of these bad relationships. So we gotta let go. We gotta let go of these tendencies that are destructive. Yes, it is destructive if you keep yourself attached to a relationship that you do not deserve. I didn't just say toxic. I'm talking about a relationship that is just making it. It's just enough. This message is going to be a little bit different because we always talk about disconnecting from toxic relationships. That's not enough for you. What do you mean, Candy? I'm talking to you, King and Queens. It's not enough for you. You're more than that. You are more extraordinary to have better than normal relationships in your life. Do you hear me? You don't even deserve relationships that are just enough. You are so beautiful and you are so worthy. Hey, about to use my hand the first time. Got fruit last night. Yay! D-Money, yes, yes. Awesome. I love you. Just call me. Thank you, love. You guys are awesome. Thank you for helping me to get to closer to 4 stars. I'm only a half a star away. Yay, yay. I love you guys. Sleepy, hey, love. Hey, Strawberry. I did Strawberry yesterday. It's on my post. Check out my post. Oh, I love you, D-Money. Keep putting yourself first. Keep putting your wellness first and your health first. It means everything. I love you. Relationships that are just enough is not worthy of you. Do you hear me, King and Queens? I'm here to tell you, you are so extraordinary. You are so extraordinary that you don't even deserve just enough relationships. You do not even deserve just enough relationships. I'm not here just to tell you. I'm not here just to say, cut off those toxic relationships. I'm here to tell you, cut off those just enough relationships because they're not deserving of you. We cannot begin to move forward until we let go of these destructive tendencies. And these destructive tendencies have to deal with us being just enough. You're not just enough. You are extraordinary. You are one in all the world. You will be great. You are going to reach an extraordinary destiny because you are an extraordinary being. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't just have regular relationships. I don't just have just enough relationships. I am extraordinary, so my relationships are extraordinary. Come on, love. 143. I love when you comment. Do you see that? So when I'm talking about let go of destructive tendencies, if you choose to be around and you see yourself as just enough, then that's how you will always feel about yourself. If you have just enough relationships, everything you do in your life will be just enough. If you have extraordinary relationships, your life will be extraordinary. Everything that you do in your life will be extraordinary. That's why I need to let go. I need to let go of the average because I'm more than average. I need to let go of the just enough because I'm more than just enough. Is anybody hearing me? Hey, Coco. Thank you, love. Hey, Triple. Thank you, Most High. Lisa. Thank you, love. Do you see what I mean? Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the low of the low. I'm more than average. Come on, Dre. Come on, King. I'm a king. I am more than average. I'm a queen. I am more than average. Come on, Nicey. You hear it, right? Because it's true. I believe I'm extraordinary, so my life will represent that extraordinary. My relationships will represent that extraordinary. How I think about myself will represent that extraordinary. My self-love will be extraordinary. Everything in my life will be extraordinary because I am. Come on, Balboa. Right. Always ready, always on time, always what we're going through. You see that? Do you see that? So when I tell you to let go, I'm not just talking about the low. Oh, yeah, this is how we are. Oh, yeah, my husband, he doesn't beat me. Kings be like, yeah, my wife don't talk bad about me. But they don't encourage you in your life. You see, that's that just enough. That's that just enough. I'm your wife, so I don't speak bad about you, but yet I don't encourage you either. So I'm giving you just enough. And then for the queens of my husband, he doesn't beat me. He doesn't talk bad about me, but he doesn't push me to be great either. That's that just enough. I'm more than that. Now I want my cake and I'm going to eat it too. Do you hear me? Because that's who I am. I'm worthy of that very thing. I'm worthy of a relationship that will check me and grow me at the same time. I'm worthy of a relationship that won't disrespect me and push me to be greater at the same time. Or is anybody listening to what I'm saying? I'm worthy of more, so I gotta let go of this mediocre. I gotta let go of this average, this normal. Come on now. I'm not gonna live in just enough because that's not me. I'm extraordinary, so I'm gonna live in the extraordinary. If you come to me with any other relationship that is mediocre, average, less than extraordinary, I don't want it. There is healing in tears, love. There is healing in tears. Receive it, accept the emotion, feel it on the inside, because that's when it makes the impact. We gotta see tears. Tears are not a weakness. Tears are healing. And tears speak words that we cannot express. That's what tears do. They speak words that we cannot express. So I got to get rid of these destructive tendencies. The destructive tendency is your thoughts on being good enough. A destructive tendency is your acceptance of just enough. Destructive tendency is your thought of everything you deal with is just enough. That's why you feel like I should have been somewhere by now, but I'm not even there yet. I feel like I should be 10 years into my goal. I should be 10 years into my self-love. I feel like I should be 10 years into understanding unconditional love. I figure I should be 10 years into getting towards my goal. I figure I should be 10 years. I should be more advanced in where my life is than I am now because we are not letting go. We're not letting go of this average way of thinking. We're not letting go of what people told us and said that we are. I gotta let go of this just enough life because that's not who I am. I know I'm more than this. See, that just enough life makes you feel good for a moment, but in the long run, it brings more pain and it brings problems and pain in the long run. Do you see? That just enough thinking will make you feel good for a moment. That just enough relationship, it will make you feel good. Hi, beautiful. Hi, my sexy vegan. I love you. Yes. Heartless. Hey, love. Welcome forward. Welcome forward, my queen. I love you, sexy vegan. That's what it does. It'll make you feel good for a moment, but it will bring more pain and more problems in the long run. That's what we do when we accept these just enough relationships. Somewhere along the lines, we feel like this isn't life. I don't feel like this is it for me. I feel like there's more because you're surrounded by things that are keeping your frequency low. You're surrounded by things that are putting you under. You're surrounded by things that are not letting you be at your full potential. That's why. That's why we got to begin to let go even the mediocre. My life is more than enough. My life is more than that just enough. I don't want you to love me just enough. I want you to love me unconditionally. I want you to have no limits on the unconditional love that you have for me. I don't want that. I want you, if you're my family, I want you to love me. I want that relationship to be extraordinary. I don't want it to be just enough. You're doing just enough as my sister. You're doing just enough as my brother. You're doing just enough as my father. No, unconditional doesn't deal with just enough. Come on, go. You better go ahead, Rican. Where is he who is he who will find her? That's what we're talking about, Rican. Where is that man? That's what the word says. It says, who is he that he would find the virtuous woman? He has to be some type of man to find her, right? That's the type we talking about, Rican. Right, yes. Because for him to understand who she is and all she carries, he has to be some type of man of appreciation. Right? Of appreciation. Hey, Big Daddy. Hey, love. Hey, Lamar. Hey, Juicy. Benji. Intellectual combo. Hey, love. Oh, Smooth Wavy. Hi, love. Nola. I love you. I don't need just enough relationships. And you know what? I need to let you go if it's just enough. If you're being just enough to be my friend, if you're being just enough to be my sister, you're being just enough to be my father, you're being just enough to be my mom, that's not enough for me. I deserve more, so I gotta let you go. I deserve more, so I gotta let you go. Because guess what? The more you're connected to relationships that are just enough, the more that you will be. The more that you are connected to relationships that are just enough, the more that you will be just enough. Not what the Most High called for you, not your destiny. Your destiny won't even be reached. Your life will be just enough. Your love for self will be just enough. Your goals will be just enough. Your greatness will be just enough. So I gotta let go because my life depends on it. Do you hear me, King and Queens? I gotta let go because my life depends on it. I gotta be committed to letting go these thoughts. I gotta be committed to letting go these bad behaviors. I gotta be committed to letting go these relationships. I gotta be committed to letting go of the feelings that will keep me from being my best. I gotta be committed to letting go of these things because I'm enough. than enough. I'm not just enough. I'm more than enough. Do you hear me? I'm not just enough. I'm more than enough. And the more I believe it, the more I live it, the more that I could walk in what the Most High has called for me. You go to that relationship that you got to let go and you say, I know you're just doing enough, but I'm here to let you know, truly, sincerely, deeply in my heart, that I love you, but I am more than enough. Thank you, love. Thank you for helping me get to my 4-star goal, love. For every gift, I appreciate all your gifts. You guys know this. I love you for that. Thank you, Vegan. I love you. I love you. Thank you for that, because you allow me to be on here and help motivate. And every time I reach my goal is another day that I get to come up and motivate you guys. So I really do appreciate every day. You're welcome, beautiful woman. Oh, thank you, love. Eye candy only. I love it. Hey, Richie. I got to go to that relationship and say, I love you with all my heart and I love you unconditionally, but I got to let you go and I got to love you from afar. Why? Oh, okay, good. I was about to say, and I got to love you from afar. You know why? Because I'm not just enough. I'm more than enough. I got to go to these thoughts in my mind where I keep predicting my failure. I keep predicting bad things. I keep having bad thoughts. When I deal with people, I think about the worst case scenario that they would think in their mind. That's something. That speaks volumes of self. When we have this mentality, this predicting failure constantly mentality, it speaks volumes of self, not of people. If I have people in my relationship and they do something to me and I predict that the reason why they did it was the worst case scenario without knowing, then that is a mirror on self. That is how I feel about me, because I'm choosing worst case scenario about me. I have that predicting failure vibe. I have that predicting failure constantly in my life. Nothing's ever gonna work. It's not gonna work out. If I try to do it, it's not gonna happen for me. Life isn't fair. It doesn't work out for me. These things, these are destructive tendencies that hold us back. Really hard to let go. I always wanna know why people hurt me. Well, I got a good answer for you, love. I got a good answer for you, love. Hey, Eggnog, in too deep. Hey, love. I got an answer for you that will always answer when you sit there and you want to figure out why people hurt you. Is because they do not have love for self. Because if someone can hurt you, it says, treat thy neighbor as thyself, right? Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So if I hurt you, go ahead, Rican. So if I hurt you, that means I don't have enough self-love for me on the inside to not hurt you. Lola, yes. It's hard when people talk down on you when you're trying to be your best self. That's why you gotta let go, Nicey. That's why you gotta let go. That's why you gotta let go. Makes sense. No, love, I don't gotta figure it out anymore. I used to have to figure it out because I used to say, I gave you everything I have. I loved you to my core. I exhausted all I have and you still hurt me? You still hurt me? I had to recognize that them hurting me isn't a reflection of me. It's a reflection of them. It's how they feel on the inside. Right? If I do something to you and it was out of the goodness of my heart, if I do something to you and I do it the right way and I love you and you take that feeling or that thing that I did to you and it's turned around to be for hate or something malicious that I'm doing, but I'm not, it really has to think of the view for self. It thinks of the view for itself. So that's why, because we love them so much. Yes, love. Buddy, hey, love. I'm telling you, we love them so, so, so much. And then they do that. That's a reflection of them. That's a reflection of their self-love for them. So I don't need to worry and think about why you're hurting me. I know you're hurting me because you're hurt. I know you're hurting me because you really don't understand. Mayu! Mayu, yes. Yes, I am. Half. My dad is Boricua. Thank you, Elevated, because you're hurting me. You hurt me because you're hurt. It doesn't have anything to do with me. It has to do a reflection on you. It has to do with a reflection on you and what you're doing, how you feel about you. Otherwise, you wouldn't hurt me, because it says, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. I love myself too much to want to hurt you. Because when I love myself more, at the end of the day, I love you better. Do you see that? Do you see that? So there's something about letting go. There's two things that are really key about letting go in this life. There's two things that are really, really key. We have to have wisdom. We have to have wisdom enough to know when to stop. I'm talking about letting go, and we talk about relationships. You have to have wisdom enough to know when to stop. What do you mean by that? When it's time to stop helping. When it's time to cut off the relationship. When it's time to disconnect. Thank you, love. When it's time to disconnect from the person that you love. So I have to have wisdom enough to know when to stop. And then I have to be strong enough to be able to walk away. One of the hardest things that we do in life is walking away from the people that we love. Whether they're family members, friends, bosses, co-workers, that knowing when to stop part. Come on, Nola. You would have helped. Yes. Knowing when to stop. Having that wisdom to know when to stop helping. Enough is enough. Having the wisdom to know that now you're helping to the point that you're handicapping. Now you're helping to the point that it's damaging your life and their life. It's not helping anyone. Knowing when to stop helping because the help isn't help anymore. That part. Knowing when to stop because the help isn't help anymore. And then having the strength to be able to walk away. That's a hard part. Having just got done making us so excited. Yes, drink it. Yes, drink it. Except it's time to stop, right? It was meant to me be here on this live. Yes, Dre. Yes. Morning, Juicy. I love you, Juicy. Hey, love. Grand rising to you, beautiful. The strength to be able to walk away. Come on. That strength to be able to walk away. Well, Candy, where do I get that strength from? Where was the strength that I'm able to walk away from the someone I love? One of the hardest things that you can do is walk away from someone that you love. And where does that strength come from? It comes from the self-love that you have on the inside. Because I love myself more at the end of the day, I'm able to walk away from you. Because me keeping this relationship, yes, love, thank you so much. Mo, thank you, love. Thank you, gorgeous. I appreciate you. I appreciate every gift. All the love I have for you guys is all right here. I love you. Because I love myself more at the end of the day, I have to walk away to love you better.
I have to disconnect from this relationship because I love myself more at the end of the day. We are past me helping you now. Now I'm just handicapping you. Now you're just depending on me, and I'm not allowing you to grow in self because I keep handicapping your growth because I want to stay connected to this relationship because I love you so much. Now I'm doing more harm than good. Ready, it's tears of healing, tears of healing. People don't always see it, but walking away is the best thing for them. Right, I dealt with that with my friend. Right, gives them their room to grow. Right, they don't need to depend on you anymore. So now they have room to grow. But if I keep the plant in the nursery, it will never come to a place to be an adult. It will never be able to handle the environment, winds, hurricanes, rain, snow, seasons. It won't be able to deal with seasons. Can I paint this picture for you, king and queens? It's not going to be able to deal with seasons because we're keeping the plant in the nursery. We keep nursing it. We keep caring for it. We don't allow it to go into the world and deal with the naturalness of it and deal with seasons and deal with things. It will never be strong by itself because it's depending on me. Someone close to me lost a family member to overdose yesterday because of what you are saying. You see what I'm saying? That's messed up. That's so sad. I pray comfort and love, and I send good energy and vibrations that the Most High shall comfort them in this time of need. For who that is, He knows them by name. And I pray that all in Jesus' name, and God be the glory. Sister December, same thing, took her life. I'm so sorry. Wow. Thank you, Candy. You're welcome. It's not wisdom, cry, and understand, but forth her voice. Oh, we should not in you. I'm trying to paint a picture for you. We can't keep these plants in a nursery because they'll never be able to live and grow and fend for themselves. It will never be able to come to a point of maturity. It's like keeping a adult in a carriage. It's like when we see a 6-year-old in a baby carriage, we got an issue. This is what you're doing with your relationships. You're keeping these grown people in baby strollers. You're keeping them in cribs. You're feeding them bottles, and you're okay with it because you love them so much. That's not okay because they will never come to a point to be able to grow, to be able to walk in what they call for you. Do you see that? We keeping the plants in the nursery. It's never going to experience seasons, which means it never experiences life, and it really never learns how to truly grow. And that's what we do with these relationships. We smother them with the love that we have, that they don't know what to do but hurt us. They don't know what to do but reject it. They don't know what to do because they depend on us so much. Come on, Native. That's what, come on, Adrian, thank you, love. That's what I'm saying. So we have to have the wisdom to know when to stop helping. We have to have the wisdom to know when the help is being harmful now. When the help isn't helping anymore. We have to have that wisdom. That's why we have to have that relationship with the Most High. Where do we learn that from? We learn it from Him. He will tell you enough is enough. Move forward. But we don't hear it because the love that we have for them are strong, is louder. Listen to this. The love that we have for the person is louder than the Most High's voice. The love that we have for the person is louder than the Most High's voice, who is telling us to stop. Come on now, Nola. God grant me the serenity to change the things I can, accept the things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, Sexy Red. You hear me? I'm glad that you hear me, Queen, because enough is enough. The love we have for these people is louder than the Most High's voice who's telling us to stop. And how can that happen for us? How can we do it? Because he's their father too. Thank you, Sexy. Thank you, love. He is, you guys, you almost got me to 4 stars. Yes, I'm more than halfway to 4 stars. You guys are everything. Shalom, ready. Hey, love. I'll see you. Love you, love you. Elevated Locks. Hey, love. Welcome back. I had to come to a point when I cut off a relationship that I loved them so much, and it came handicapped. We talked about being connected to relationships longer than we should be. And I'm telling you this because I've been there. I almost lost my life in it. And we have some people that have testimony and put it in the comments that they know people that have lost their life from doing something like that, from being in a relationship like that. I decided because of knowing that it was time to cut off, I loved the person so much and I cared about them more, about their well-being than mine or even their own. I thought that me being there and loving them was better, even though I know I should remove myself from the relationship. I almost lost my life. How did you almost lose your life, Candy? I was choked almost to death. Do you hear me? The person I was in a relationship with, I knew 6 months before that I should have got out of the relationship. But you know what? I wasn't concerned. I was concerned about they're going to be alone. And I was concerned about everything that had to do with them and not really accepting the fact that it's dangerous for us to be together because somebody is not growing. Everyone is stagnant and my love is smothering everything. So I decided to stay and I almost lost my life. And I'm not talking about something light. I'm talking about seeing death flash before my eyes while 2 hands, grown man hands, was around my neck, choking me to death. That's what I'm talking about. Loving so much, I'm loving past the point of that love being help. It's not help anymore. It's handicapping. Now it's toxic. All praises to the Most High. Right, Balboa. You see? Loving so much to the point I don't want them to be alone. I know I shouldn't be here. I know it's not healthy, but I don't want them to be alone. Considering everything but self. So much so to the point that I felt the last bit of energy that was in me, that all I had, it was the Most High strength to be able to, I kicked and struggled and pushed and pulled and everything to get out of the grips of being choked, and nothing was working. That my life, I felt the life leaving me. Do you hear me? And it was nothing but the Most High to get some type of strength and energy for me to kick them off of me. When I had no strength left, do you hear me? I had no strength left, but somehow, somewhere, I was able to kick them off of me. And I'm not talking about this light thing where somebody tries to kill you and they recognize what they're doing. I'm talking about running because they're trying to finish what they started. So much so that I had to get a weapon and use it to stop this man from trying to kill me. That loved me. Oh, thank you, Nola. Yes. Thank you, love. I love you, Nola. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm sorry you went through that. OMG, I'm sorry. Yes. And they still have the scar. They still have the scar. I had to run in the kitchen and grab a knife and stab them for them to stop trying to take my life. That crazy. You know, because I chose I didn't want to hear the Most High telling me to stop. I didn't want to hear anything else. All I heard, the love that I had for the person was so loud that I couldn't hear it being, this is not right. You got to move. You got to go, Candy. You got to do it. It doesn't matter. I know you love them, but move forward. Do you see? Yeah, it's crazy. Yes, I forgive them. Okay. All right. So when I dealt with that relationship, y'all said that I forgive the person that tried to take my life. I did. I forgive them, and I talk to them once in a while to see if they're okay and stuff like that. And sometimes they check on me to see if I'm okay. We got to understand that people in life, there is no limits to unconditional love. But there is limits to the capacity of the knowledge of it. There is limits to the knowledge of it. And at that time, the person that I was with was so depressed and didn't love their self. So I do talk to them, right. So I do talk to them once in a while. They check on me, I check on them, because I understand that unconditional love doesn't have any limits. Thank you, Nola. Unconditional love doesn't have any limits to it, but the understanding of it does. And he didn't understand that love, and he was depressed, and he didn't love himself, and he didn't feel like he was worthy enough for the next breath. So he took it out on the closest thing to him, which was me. And I understand that part. I'm wise enough to not put myself in the situation again, but I'm also wise enough to forgive in understanding that they didn't have love for self. That's why he wanted to harm me. Do you see that? So I know that. So I do forgive. I do forgive people because I would want to be forgiven too. It doesn't mean, okay, you can forgive people, but you forgive and you're wise now. You forgive, hey Jerry, and you don't put them back in the same place. Hey Jen, I see, hey love. You don't put them back in the same place. You're wise now. You can forgive someone, and then you got to understand and be able to, you got to deal with your real feelings. You know, you can forgive someone but still be hurt. You can forgive someone and still have to learn how to love them again. You can forgive someone and be able to try to grow the relationship again, or have to cut it off. You don't know. You have to do that. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, love. So you gotta let go. Let go of the people that you love, that you're handicapping yourself by loving them. Just because you let go does not mean that you do not love them anymore. You can love them at a distance. How is it? How do you know, Candy, how do I get the wisdom to know when to stop helping? You get the wisdom to know when to stop helping because you got to listen to the Most High. Okay, I listen to the Most High, and the next thing you got to remember is he is their child. That is his child too. Remember that. That is his child too. The person that you love so much, the Most High loves you more than anybody. So what do you think about the person you love? He said he will never leave his children. He will not leave them nor forsake them. So that is the same person, that is the same thing he's going to do for the person that you love when you got to walk away. You don't have to stay there. Let go. Stop helping. Stop trying to be God. Stop trying to be the Most High, because you're not. Step out, move back, disconnect yourself from the relationship, and let the Most High be the Most High and take care of his son and take care of his daughter. Roy, I love you. Oh, I love you too. Thank you guys. Oh, Lola, you're the best. Thank you for letting them share all that love to me. I love you so much. Stop being God. What do you mean, Candy? I ain't trying to be God. Yes, you are. You are no longer helping no more. You're hindering now. You stepped out of a place. You love them so much. You're stepped out of a place of helping them. Now you're hindering them, and you're staying there. You're living there. Stop trying to be God. Stop trying to fix everything because you love them so much. Step back and let him do his work. Step back and let him begin to help the person that you love. You can't do everything. You can't do everything. You cannot do everything. You have to have the wisdom to be able to know when to stop helping the person you love, and you have to have the strength on the inside to be able to walk away. And that strength on the inside, I get told this a lot. Cancers always want to help, right? You have to have the strength on the inside to be able to walk away. Where does that strength come from, Candy? That strength comes from the love that we have for self. That self-love is our strength. That self-love on the inside says, I'm enough. So when we walk away from that person, we understand we'll be okay all by ourselves because we got the Most High. So we have to be able to do that. So let go. Commit to letting go of those thoughts. Commit to letting go of those relationships. Commit to letting go of those behaviors. Commit to letting go of those feelings that will keep you from being your best. Commit to yourself. You're good enough. You're worth it. You're extraordinary. Do it because it's yours. Do it because you deserve it. You don't deserve a life of just enough. You are more than enough. You don't just deserve a life of just enough. You deserve extraordinary life because you are extraordinary. Allow the Most High to be who he is and walk away from the people that you love and love them from a distance, because I don't care what you do, how you do it, where you do it, when you do it, you will never love someone more than the Most High loves them. I don't care who it is. I don't even care if it's your children. You will never love them as much as the Most High loves them, because he is unconditional love, and we use that unconditional love. We are not unconditional love. He is unconditional love. We use unconditional love. So we could never be as great as he is in love. So let go and allow the master to take control. Let go and allow the Father to take control of that very life that you are choosing not to be connected to. Because you have to love yourself more. Do it, do it, do it. Do you hear me? Do it. Let go, my loves. Let go. Step into your extraordinary. Step into your greatness. Step into all that you deserve, your love, your power, your purpose. Don't accept anything less. I'm not even talking about toxic. I ain't talking about abuse and all these low things that we know we're not supposed to have. I'm talking about not just that, but I'm talking about let go of the just enough. No longer will I be in anything that deals with just enough. No just enough relationships, no just enough thoughts, no just enough behaviors, no just enough. I am taking out the just enough because I am more than enough. I am extraordinary. I am beautiful. I am king. I am queen. And I'm going to live my life like I am. And I am going to live my life like I am. And I am not accepting anything less. Can I hear everybody say that? I ain't accepting anything less. Nothing less. I want you to put that in the comments. Nothing less. If you want to go deeper, nothing less than extraordinary. I want to see everyone's comments say nothing less. Nothing less than what, Candy? Nothing less than extraordinary. Nate, yes, love. I want you guys to put it in the comments. Nothing less. Put nothing less. Nothing less. That's right, love. Nothing less than extraordinary. Because that's who I am. And that's how I'm going to live. And that's what my life represents. And that's when you meet every person in my life, in my relationships, each one of them is an extraordinary relationship. Nothing less. Yes, vegan. Yes, Nate. Yes, sexy. Nothing less. Yes, Lola. Yes, my kings. Yes, my queens. nothing less. We are going to move forward because we are accepting nothing less than we deserve. We're not accepting anything less. Nothing. We're not even accepting just enough. We're not even accepting just enough. We are accepting nothing less than extraordinary. We're not taking just enough. We're not accepting anything less than extraordinary. End of story. Point blank, period. Do you hear me? Period. Nothing less, because we are extraordinary that way. Is that not awesome and amazing? We're going to be able to move forward because I ain't taking nothing less than extraordinary. I'm moving forward because I will no longer be taking just enough. That part, king. That part, queen. Do you hear me? I will not be. I don't want no. I ain't taking nothing less than an extraordinary relationship, thoughts, visions, goals, nothing less than extraordinary, because that's who I am. You know why? Because I know who my father is, and my father made me and created me extraordinary, so I will live extraordinary. That is what he has intended for my life, and what he has intended, I shall live. Okay. We're here, right? We're here. We did it. We made it through. We let go of some things that are dead weight. We let some things that are holding us back. We let go of some things that are preventing us to walk forward and move forward into our destiny and what has been called for our life. So I'm happy to say that we have made it, and we're just a little bit lighter. So I hope that you enjoyed the motivation. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and continue to enjoy these videos of motivation, telling you how to, teaching you how to do things and all this stuff. I thank you for your energy. I thank you for your time. And I love when you guys comment. I love the comments. Thank you. I love you. Have an awesome, beautiful, amazing life. Love you.